Seconds to go. Start. Mr. Chairman, for about 12 years or more now, I have been related first rather distantly and then more intimately with the work of the Institute of Pacific Relations, STO. I have profited by reading your publications and have always felt that you were doing good work in trying to understand the problems of the Pacific or the Far East. So, for a long time, I have felt that, as time goes on, the problems of the Far East will become more complicated and the center of gravity of the tension, prevalent in the world today, will shift to the Far East and in particular to Asia. So, while people readily agree that Asia has, to a certain extent, become the focal point of world tension, they relegate Asian problems to positions of relative insignificance and tend exclusively to emphasize the importance of European and other world problems. So, I agree that European problems are and have been very important, but I have felt that, in the perspective of things to come, they were wrong in not devoting the requisite attention to the problems of developing Asia. Asia compels attention in many ways. There are a large number of backward countries in need of urgent economic development and others in which acute scarcity of vital commodities prevails. But what is most needed is an understanding that Asia is going through a process of change and that it is in ferment. Para. Some parts of Asia are quite, and relatively peaceful, whereas others are torn by external troubles and disturbances. I am not referring to the external situation so much as to the characteristics inherent in the personality of Asia. I do not claim that this change is peculiar to Asia, perhaps, it is taking place all over the world. In Asia, we have been kept down and are now trying to catch up with others who are ahead of us. We have been engrossed in things of the past and time has passed us by. We have not been able to keep pace with it and so we must run. We cannot afford to talk, but then when we run, we also stumble and fall and try to get up again. We realize that speed, especially in an age-old continent like Asia, involves risks and dangers, but we have no choice in the matter. If you seek to understand us, you can do so to a limited extent. Asia is a huge continent and the peoples of Asia are all different from one another, as they were reared in different cultures and traditions. In spite of all this, I think it is still true to say that there is such a thing as Asian. Para. Namaskar, Honorable Chairman of Rajya Sabha and Vice President of the country, Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, Honorable Speaker of Lok Sabha, Shri Om Birla ji, Honorable Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, Shri Harivansh ji, leaders of opposition in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and other dignitaries present with us in the program, ladies and gentlemen. Para. Today is another important chapter in our parliamentary system. Today, the country is getting such a medium of communication and dialogue in the form of Sansad TV, which will serve as the new voice of the country's democracy and people's representatives. Stop. Para. I wish all the best to all of you, the entire team that has made this idea a reality. Stop. As our honorable speaker informed, today also marks the completion of 62 years of Doordarshan. Stop. This is a very long journey. Stop. Many people have contributed in making this journey a success. Stop. I also congratulate all the people associated with the operation of Doordarshan. Stop. Para. Friends, in the rapidly changing times, the role of media and TV channels is also changing very fast. Stop. The 21st century is bringing a revolution, especially through communication and dialogue. Stop. In such a situation, it becomes natural that the channels associated with our parliament should also transform themselves according to these modern systems. Stop. Para. I am happy that today a new beginning is being made in the form of Sunset TV. Stop. I have also been told that Sunset TV in its new avatar will also be available on social media and OTT platforms, and will also have its own app. Stop. With this, our parliamentary dialogue will not only be connected with modern technology, but it will also increase its reach to the common man. Stop. Para. Today, it is also a happy coincidence that International Day of Democracy is celebrated on 15th September. Stop. And, when it comes to democracy, India's responsibility is much more. Stop. India is the mother of democracy. Stop. Democracy for India is not just a system, it is an idea. Stop. Democracy in India is not just a constitutional structure, but it is a spirit. Stop. Democracy in India is not only a collection of sections of constitutions, it is our life stream. Stop. Therefore, the launch of Sunset TV on the International Day of Democracy becomes very relevant in itself. Stop. Para. By the way, all of us in India are also celebrating Engineers Day today. Stop. This sacred day, on the birth anniversary of M. Visvesvaraya ji, is dedicated to the hardworking and skilled engineers of India. Stop. In the TV world, OB engineers, sound engineers, people involved in graphics designing, panelists, studio directors, cameramen, video editors, and so many professionals make broadcast possible. Today, I especially congratulate the engineers working in all the TV channels of the country along with Sunset TV. Stop. Para. Friends, today, when the country is celebrating 75 years of its independence, we have the glory of the past and the resolutions of the future. Stop. The media has a huge role to play in both these areas. Stop. When the media raises a topic, such as Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, it spreads faster to the people. Stop. The media can do a great job by publicizing the efforts of the countrymen in the Amrit Mahotsav of freedom. Stop. For example, TV channels today is another important chapter in our parliamentary system. Stop. Para. Friends, in the rapidly changing times, the role of media and TV channels is also changing very fast. Stop. The 21st century is bringing a revolution, especially through communication and dialogue. Stop. In such a situation, it becomes natural that the channels associated with Our parliament should also transform themselves according to these modern systems. Stop.